Hey everybody, Bill and Deb.
Hi there.
Is that a pretty view or what?
This is beautiful.
It's a beautiful day.
Beaver Lake.
Yeah, Beaver Lake. We're right to the water's edge at the campground where the fall Tiny House Adventures Rendezvous is going to be held.
Yes.
September the 18th through the 22nd with the departure date on the 23rd.
Okay.
Which is, okay, well I know, you always give me that look. But that would be, you'd be coming in Sunday afternoon, and the rendezvous would go on through Thursday evening, and then you would depart on Friday. And the main reason why we decided to have it that way, it still allows for the weekend warriors to come out, because
right.
This campground fills up really fast on the weekend.
And that's 2022.
Yeah.
Fall of 2022.
Fall of 2022. September the 18th through the 22nd with a departure date on the 23rd. Because when you go in to make your reservation, they'll ask you what your departure date will be.
Arrival at 18th and depart the 23rd.
Exactly. Exactly. That's the way that works. So what we're going to do, we're going to take you on a quick tour of the campground to familiarize those that have already made reservations with the way the campground is laid out. And then also for those that are still thinking about attending the Tiny House Adventures Rendezvous on September the 18th through the 22nd with the departure date on the 23rd, we want to show you what the campground is like and you know, see if that will inspire you to go ahead and make a reservation. We're going to have a lot of fun.
Absolutely.
During the Tiny House Adventures
We're
Rendezvous.
looking forward to it.
Shall we go ahead and take them for a ride?
Sounds like a great idea.
Now, where we're going to start first, we're going to go back up to the top of the hill. We're going to show you how you'd be coming in off of Highway 127 from Garfield, Arkansas. And we'll start up there, and then we'll show you the dump station first, because it's at the top of the hill. And then we'll cruise back down into this campground, show you the view as you're coming down the hill, and take you through the campground. And then we'll show you the overflow section. And I believe when you checked this morning, the 10 sites that are still available are in the overflow section.
Yes,
Is that
there are
correct?
10 sites still available as of 30 minutes ago.
Right, it's 30 minutes ago. And today's date was Friday.
Friday, June the 3rd.
All righty. At the end of 127, when you're coming up on the campgrounds, if you were to take the Y to the right, that would take you to Lost Bridge South. You don't want to go that way. You want to keep going straight. And if you can see this sign here,
it's not really good.
Yeah, it's kind of faded, but it says Lost Bridge North straight ahead. So let's buzz on down here. Are you going to monitor that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And first, what we want to show you is the dump station, and this dump station is shared by both campgrounds, Lost Bridge South and North. And here it is right here to the left. And we're going to swing in here right quick.
And it's a double dump station, but
it's a tight fit. It's a tight fit if you tried to get two RVs in here, but this is where your dump station is, right here. So we'll swing on around. Now let's go on out and head down towards the campground. By the way, we got the van back.
Yoo-hoo!
Yeah. This is Friday. We got it back Wednesday afternoon. And so far, it's doing great. We're tickled to death with everything. Is that better? Let me see if I can get it better. There's that was Barbara and Steve, I think.
I think so.
Yeah. And we turn left right here. And this takes you into the main campground. Can they see the sign there, dear? You're monitoring the monitor there. Is the sign showing?
Yes.
Okay, good
There's
deal.
a little bit of a glare, but
well, but they'll see that. And of course, here's the guard shack right down here.
And if there's no one in the guard shack and you have your reservation, you can just go on down and find your site.
Yeah. When you get done making your reservation, if you do it on your phone, it's always a good idea to go ahead and do a screenshot of the reservation on your phone so you can get to it real quick in case a ranger was to stop by and ask. or anything like that if you actually belong there, and all you got to do is just show them that. Or if you made your reservation on a computer and you've got a printer, you can print it out and show them that. So, well, let's whip in here right quick before we go on down. Of course, there's the one of the first dumpsters right there, and this is where the shower house is, and it's at the top of the hill, and there's only one facility that has showers in it, and it's right here. No bathroom facilities, just shower right here. Okay, just so you'll know. Oh, and then we can do a turnaround in here, and let's head back out and mosey on down to the campground.
Now the part that we're going down to is campsites 1 through 34.
Yeah. And they are the ones that are near the water. So some of you that are, we'll try to point out each campsite number as we go. We'll try not to miss anything, but if you happen to hear a number that's on either side of what yours would be, then that'll help you figure out which one is yours. But and it's a beautiful drive coming down the hill. Now the hill is kind of steep
and kind of narrow.
Be watching out for some yahoos flying up the hill.
And deer.
Can I say yahoos?
You already did.
Uh-oh. I already did.
And once in a while there'll be people walking alongside the road.
Right.
So the speed limit is 20.
Yeah.
So you should be okay.
And I'm going 19 right now. It always looks faster on the camera. I've noticed. Yeah. But I'm going 19 miles an hour. Oops, I hit 20 right there. But it's a beautiful drive down in here, and then when you come around the corner on up here and you start seeing the view of the water,
then you might know why we fell in love with this.
Oh yeah, we this is our second most favorite campground on Beaver Lake in northwest Arkansas. And like I say, this is just outside of Garfield, Arkansas, which is really nothing more than a small school, a post office, and a convenience store and gas station.
Gas station, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And at that particular gas station / convenience / hamburger joint.
And / biggest ice cream cone you can imagine.
Yeah, when their machine is working right, everybody has to stop and get the big ice cream cone there, and they stack the, it looks like it's 2 foot tall, but I don't think it's really that tall. But it's quite an ice cream cone. But everybody, when they're out cruising on the weekends, heading towards Eureka Springs, they always got to stop and get the big ice cream cone. And then, of course, you got to eat it real fast so it doesn't melt.
Exactly.
All over.
Exactly.
And I'm taking a little bit more time coming down here. I'm observing the posted speed limits, being responsible.
Being a responsible driver.
Yeah. And by the way, they have, for those of you that like to go hiking, they have a really nice hiking trail here. It's fairly long. It's kind of split in half, so you can do one half one day and the other half another day. But it takes you back into an old homestead. Is that right, Deb?
That's what I've been told. Right. I've never done the walking trail.
But that's what everybody tells us, how cool it is. Anyway, there's the Benton County Fire Department.
Up here on the right is the marina.
Yeah, let me see if I can swim.
And the marina does
rent boats. Yeah, you can rent a pontoon boat, I think.
So if you wanted to check with them about that, they would be happy to talk to you about that.
And this campground is very near the dam, so it's one of the deepest parts of the lake, and so because of that, a lot of sailboats are moored here at this particular marina because it's so deep right here. And there's a puppy dog up there that wanted to say hi to the other puppy dogs. Now, of course, this over here is the day use area over here. That's where the swim beach is, right there. And here's another dumpster right here. And Deb and I have done videos before from that picnic table right down there in the past, because we really do love this campground. We've been here often.
We try to stay at this campground when we come back to Northwest Arkansas, when we have to come back to Northwest Arkansas.
Yeah. And then of course here's the shot of the water right here. We'll go ahead and show you that. And coming up on site number 1, I can't remember if one of our followers grabbed site number 1 or not.
I don't know who grabbed it, but site 1, as you can tell, is right here by the boat ramp.
Yeah. So it can be quite entertaining at times.
If you get your kicks like that.
Right. And we're going to start here and pan the camera to the right here. This is site number 2. Is that right, Deb?
That's site 2.
And it's a pull-through site. Right up
and as you can see,
on the water.
You have a beautiful deck.
Yes, just gorgeous.
It overlooks the lake right there.
And we're coming up here on site number...
To your left is site 3.
Right, and it's empty right now. In fact, let me back up. There's no one behind me. Let me back up and show you site 3. I'm trying not to miss anything.
And one of our followers did get site 3.
Okay, good. Well,
and that may be as far as my memory will go.
That is site 3. Let me see in the monitor and see if I'm getting it. Yeah, it's kind of hard to see it, but it's right there to your left. And let me put it back in drive.
That would be good.
Yeah. Don't want to.
And then here to the right is site number 4, which is also a water site.
Right.
And it is also a pull-through, and it is the one and only, well, there is one more. It is one of the 2 50 amp.
And then to enter site number 3, it's right here to our left. You'd have to pull straight forward like we're pointing now, and then back into the spot. But let me see if I can get a shot of the pole here. But there's where you enter site number 3, right there. Yeah, that's where you enter site number 3. And while I've got the camera swung this way, we'll go ahead and catch the next site here.
Which is site 5.
Where the 5th wheel is in the white Dodge pickup. Right there. And then here we have
6 is on the other side.
6, and of course it's on the water.
Yeah.
Awesome, and that's a pretty cool camper there
That's
too.
a cool little camper.
Yeah, I like that. That's neat. That's a little TAG, I think, or TAB, or whatever they call that.
And site 7.
Yep, right on the water.
As you can see, there are several pull-through sites right here on the water.
Right. And then let's go ahead, and this is site 8.
Site 8.
And it's also is on the water, and you got fairly decent view there. And then site number 9, which Deb and I spent a couple of weeks here about a month ago, right there at site number 9, and it's a back-end site. And then right up above, what's this one here, babe?
Site 10.
Site 10, and give you a shot that way. And there's the pole, and right there is a water spigot, and we need to bring that up right quick. There is no water at the sites at these campgrounds, but they have water spigots throughout the campground. So you need to fill up your fresh water tank.
Or in this case, you could run a long hose, fill up your tank, and didn't disconnect it.
Right. As long as you, if your site happens to be close to a water spigot. So on site 10, site 11, a long hose would reach easily. There's site 11, and I don't know how good I'm getting a shot like that, but anyway.
Well, you're getting a lot of this.
Well, okay. Well, anyway, it's right there. Now, site 13.
It's straight ahead.
Paul.
Yeah, Paul.
This is for Paul's benefit, because he's bringing his Class A. No, he's bringing a large RV, and you simply pull straight in. But that's site 13 right there, and you can pull straight in, and you can go straight out the other side.
Right, because it's a pull-through.
And then also to our right, which is kind of hard to show, and this is one way, site number 12 is immediately to our right, and you would pull straight up and back in right there. All right, now we're going to go on up here. We're trying to do this in the proper sequence. and
we're looking for site 14, which is right up here on the right.
Yeah, with all the tents and everything?
Yes.
Is that 14?
I'm pretty sure.
Well, first, let's show them this one on the way up.
Okay.
This one's 22.
22.
This site 22 right here. And then, like Deb was saying, this is site 14.
Right.
Right here. Okay.
And then site 21 is over here to the right.
Over to the right.
I mean to the left.
That's what
Excuse
I
me.
thought.
Sorry.
Okay, I got the dates wrong, and you're getting the left and right
Yeah.
wrong. You need to look at your hands first.
Evidently.
All righty, and let's see, the site to the right here is what is that one, babe?
This is site 19.
Okay, and then this one over here is site 20, and that's where we're going to be. We're going to be up here at the top of the hill.
And don't pay attention to that shower house. Remember, the shower houses are not, the shower tents are not legal at
Right, shower tents are not allowed at the campground. Are we still recording? Yes, we are. All right. Then you got the turnaround up here, and I'm not going to drive up in there, but if you see this road right here, is the road showing on the monitor there, babe?
Yes.
Okay. That road right there is just a little ways right up there, and it leads up to where the covered pavilion is. And there's also one campsite up there, and we've rented the covered pavilion, and the campsite is taken. And there's also 2 tent pads up there, and we've already got one person taking a tent pad up there. But that's where the pavilion is, and it's going to be nice and secluded and back in the woods. It's a gorgeous setting, and that's where we'll have all of our evening activities, is up there.
Right.
So we're really excited about that. Now as we come back down, you get a better shot of this site here straight ahead. Again, what is that one, baby?
19.
Because I can't keep them all straight. But even though you see that shower tent there, or you saw that shower tent a minute ago, we need to stress this, and we used to be park attendants here. Shower tents are not allowed, and talked to the ranger yesterday, and he told me that he had told him to take that down.
Okay, and to your left now is site number 15.
Right. Nice deep site. That's where Brad and Karen's going to be. Can we say that's where Brad and Karen's going to be?
I think you've already done.
A lot of people know Brad and Karen anyway. You know, the guy that had
to the right is site 16, which is another pull-through site.
It's a pull-through right here. And then to the left, and this one what would be one that you would back into.
Yeah, and it's 17.
Site 17. You'll notice, even though you climb up and down the hills here to get into these, once you get into the sites, they're all fairly nice and level. You know, they're just really nice and level. Very little effort involved in getting your rig level.
Site 18 is another pull-through site.
Yeah, right there to that one right there, site 18. And you know, on all these, let me see if I can swing back this way and you get an idea, but you've got a little bit of the view of the water, and I hope it's showing up on the camera. Is it showing up there a little bit where they can, they can see a little hint of blue back there. Not a lot, but anyway.
It's hard to see it in the vehicle.
Yeah, I know.
Got your finger.
Well, well, I was trying to tighten that up because I keep spinning it back and forth.
Okay, now we're back around to the circle here. So now we have site 23.
Right, yeah, that was, let me back up here. I'm sorry, I forgot we didn't catch that one. Make sure there's nobody behind me. And that one is site 23 right there. That is site 23.
And right behind 23 and 22 is the flush toilets.
Right. Let me see if, am I catching it at all with that? I might be able to zoom into it and post.
No, you're fine.
Okay, good. All right, so let's go on around down here, and now we do the last loop down here.
Right, and this one to the right is site 24.
There's 24 right there.
And then, of course, across the way here, I believe this one is 25.
Well, let me see here. That's where the Ford is. Where the Ford is, and the Coleman trailer is 26.
26, excuse me.
Yeah. Okay, and we'll go down here and we'll swing in here. This is the last loop down here.
This one straight ahead is site 32. And you have a nice view of the lake from your picnic table right there.
You really do, right there. And then straight ahead
is site 31.
And then where the little Honda is, and the little Wildwood trailer.
That is 30.
Okay.
I'm going backwards.
Yeah, I know. I know.
So it took me a minute. Okay, this one right here is site 29.
Yeah. And then where you see the pickup camper up there, that's a fairly deep site.
It's 28.
Yep, site 28. And then straight ahead, right here, where the Ford pickup is with the pop-up.
It's site 27.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Because the numbers on the pole pointing the other direction.
Yeah.
You're correct. Wow.
And
You're
this
good.
one, I'm trying. This one is 25
Okay.
right here.
25.
Yes.
And I hope y'all can see that really good there. And okay, now let's go. We still got 2 more sites to show you.
Right.
But first, we'll show this is the pit toilet right here. And there is a water spigot here to fill your freshwater tank right here.
And it's pretty good pressure, so it doesn't take very long.
Yeah, believe me, we have a
Normally.
65-gallon tank. We can fill it nothing flat right there.
Okay, to the left
Yeah,
is
let's
33.
ditch that right there. That is
And
site.
it is a pull through.
That's the first site we ever stayed at this campground, right there.
And right across from it is site 34,
Right,
which
and
has the most awesomest view with shade trees and everything.
Yes, yeah, you got shade trees, the whole bit right there on site 34.
And that's
And now
the
we're back down.
basically all of them that are down by the lake.
Yeah, down by the water. Now, what we're going to do, let me tighten this up. We're going to run back up the hill, and we're going to take you to the overflow section, which is where we're at, and then we'll finish up the tour of the campground there. All right, here we are back up to the top of the hill. And you can see the guard shack coming up here. And here again, there may or may not be a park attendant at the guard shack. If there isn't, don't worry about it. As long as you can prove you have your reservation, go on down and find your site. Of course, Deb and I will be here, and some of our other followers that we became good friends with will be here early as well, and they will be available to help someone find their site. So, you know, we'll be prepared. Now we're going to the overflow section, which is where Deb and I.
And basically, when you come in on 27 Spur, to go down, you turn
127.
left.
127.
127. To go into this section, you would turn right.
Yeah, right. Yeah, correct. Right.
Thank you. This is number 35 right here. It is also got 50 amp service, water at the site, and the
sewer.
Yeah, because it is actually a site for one of the workers here, but didn't fill it this year.
Right. So
that's to our advantage if you want
Yes.
it. And then the next little site is 36
6.
to the left.
kind of a short site. It's kind of short, you know, a small pop-up or a 6x12, even well, you can get a 7x16 in there. You just might have to park your vehicle down next to the bath facilities on that. And this one over here is
37
37
to the right.
to the right, and to the left
It's
over
38.
here. Let me see if I'm getting that. Yeah, that's 38 right there.
And that's another pit toilet.
Yeah. And these have really nice tent pads as well up here. What they did, they used to let this area, I'm going to visit with everybody for a little bit, but this area right here, for years they let it go, and it really got, I used to say it got threadbare. You know, the pads were crumbling and everything. Well, over the last winter, they came through and they redid this entire area, put new asphalt down, redid all of the pads and everything, and then put in really, really nice tent pads. And it really made it nice. Now these are all 30 amp and no water at the site again, but there are a couple of water spigots up here, so it's easy to get
And
water.
to the right here is 39.
Yeah, where this trailer is right here. Let me back up a little bit and give you a better shot of that site.
We're taking our time because when we watch other videos, we like to know what sites
Yeah,
are.
we're trying to point out every site we can, try to give you a good idea of where
Because when you're searching out a campground, it's always nice to know this.
Yeah, and we think that, you know, I know that there's going to be some people here that week that are not part
Right.
of the rendezvous, but we feel like by and large most of them coming are part of the rendezvous, so we want to try to point out every site. if at all possible.
If at all possible.
And then to your right here.
I believe that is 40.
40. That's 40.
And it's a nice long site,
Yeah,
too.
it is. Nice and deep. These sites are a little narrow.
Yeah.
We had to be real careful when we backed our trailer in, and you'll see where we're at. And then this one here is 41, right here to the right. And then over here to the left, and this lady has her tent set up on the tent pad, but it's site number 42, kind of a short site. And then to the right here, where this little 6x12 is, that is site number 43.
And they will be back for the rendezvous.
Yes, they will. Yes, they will. And I hope they can see it there, but that's where the water, one of the water spigots is, right there, where that drinking fountain is, right there. And then to the left, and let me back up here again. To the left is site 44. Yeah.
Yes.
Right there.
Yes.
And then, of course,
Right now, we're in 45.
yeah, there we are, right there, site 45. And then this one here to the left,
46.
46. It's a fairly deep site, really nice and deep. And then,
This one is to the right is number 47.
yeah, I kind of like 47.
47 is a pretty nice spot.
Now, the way you get into 47 is you would pull forward and then just back straight in.
Yep.
So you'd pull forward, you know, up here just a little bit on the turnaround.
And at the
And
very
then just
end down here,
Yeah.
which gives you quite a bit of privacy, is site 40.
Now, we already know who's going.
Yes, I do know who's going there.
I think we can say it.
Butch and Nancy.
Butch and Nancy. Yeah. Nancy and, nope, we said it wrong.
Oh, sorry.
Nancy and Butch. Y'all just probably watched their video. That's where Nancy and Butch is going, right there. And even though they're going to be way up here, if you're way down by the water, you'll probably still be able to hear Nancy talking. Sorry, Nancy.
Yeah.
We love you, Nancy.
Uh-huh.
We do. We really love Nancy. Yeah, and Butch. And here, let me tighten that up. I'm sure my finger's getting on the lens again. But anyway, there is that. Now, the thing about these sites here in the overflow section, we need to mention that right quick. Some of the power pedestals are on what you would say call the wrong side,
Right.
right?
Yes.
So,
Bring long enough cord.
right, bring extra cord. Don't just come with 25 feet of power cord. You know, you need to get an extra length just in case you need it. In fact, these folks that are in this side over here to the right, and they have a paper tag on their trailer, so they're probably newbies, but they pulled straight in so that their 25-foot cord would reach. So, just so you'll know. All right, that's pretty much everything. We're going to pull in here, and then we're going to close everything out. Be right back. Are we in the picture? Oh, yeah, we are. Looky there. That's pretty cool.
Yep.
Yeah. Let me lay this right here. All right, folks, I hope you will. Well, we both hope you enjoyed the tour of the campground.
Yes.
And
it was a little in detail, we know, but
Yeah.
that way you have a really good idea of what to expect.
right. Yeah, we just wanted to make sure you understood exactly about your site and everything. And while we're standing here in front of our mini split, we also got it fixed as well, so it's up and running. Yeah, it was a little bit more involved than I originally anticipated, and I did try to shoot video. I have to apologize.
That would have been bleep, bleep,
yeah.
bleep, bleep.
I mean,
It was, the video made it look so simple.
yeah, the video that we watched, but now the video that we watched, we'll cover this right quick. The video that we watched was not on this brand. It was on the Cooper Hunter brand, which is very, very, very similar to ours, the air handler on the inside. But there was a few little subtle differences, and it took us a while to figure that part out. But we did get it, and we ended up having to, we first replaced the motherboard, but it wasn't the motherboard.
As the person
as
on the
as
end.
Sinville told us. And so then we had to go tear back into it and go ahead and replace the fan motor, and it's working like a champ. I mean, it fired right up. Everything's perfect.
Thanks to Sam and Kathy coming out to help.
Yeah, my good friend Sam and our good friends Sam and Kathy, they came out, and I just needed an extra pair of hands and eyes towards the end of the day when my blood sugar was off, because Deb refused to feed me all day.
So we celebrated by having ice cream.
That's true. That's what we did. Actually, we had Andy's frozen custard.
Yeah, that's true.
We
It's
had
better for you.
We had an Ozark turtle. Oh, man. Anyway, now since we did that, I get a free treat.
Yes.
But anyway, we hope we still have 10 sites available still yet. And we hope that if you've been thinking about coming and you hadn't made that decision yet, we hope you can come. We'd love to see folks.
Love to meet you.
How you doing? Doing great. And anyway, and here again, this is at Lost Bridge North Campground on beautiful Beaver Lake in northwest Arkansas. We're not very far from Eureka Springs, not very far from Branson, Missouri. There's lots of stuff to do here while you're here.
Not very far from Rogers and Bentonville.
Yeah. And what else was I going to say? Oh, the way you go in, of course, we'll post a link that'll take you straight to this particular campground, but you have to make your reservations online, or there is an 800 number you can call. Well, it's a toll-free number. I don't think it's an 800. I think it's 877 something. But there's a number you can call if you end up with difficulty trying to make a reservation, which even though we're old hands at this, now and then, it doesn't work the way we want it to, and we still have to call the number.
Yeah. And be prepared to wait.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
But they're very nice and courteous when you call. But the rates here, the normal rates are like $22 a night. Of course, if you have the America the Beautiful Senior Pass, that will be $11 a night.
Right. Except for the 2 sites that have 50 amp. And
right.
I think they're
another $2 a night.
I think so.
Yeah. So, or maybe $4 a night. I don't know. But
I remember.
I don't remember, but anyway, it's there.
Yep.
You'll see it. But you go to www.recreation.gov if you want to do that. If you have the app, just simply go to your recreation.gov app. In the search window, type in Lost Bridge North Campground, and it'll pop up. Then tap on that, and then simply type in the dates that you want to come, and it'll show you the sites that are left that are available for those particular dates, which would be September the 18th. Departing on the 23rd, which is a Sunday afternoon, departing on the following Friday afternoon, and checkout time is at 3 o'clock.
Correct.
Did I miss anything?
No, and you can arrive, if no one was in your site the night before, you can arrive early. They're not real picky about that part at this
particular campground. Now,
right.
Some are real sticklers.
Yes.
Check-in time is technically 4 o'clock.
Yes,
but if the site is empty and the people that, even if they were there the night before, if they've already moved out and the site has been cleared, you can go ahead and pull in and set up.
Exactly.
So, but if not, there's plenty of places to sit. We didn't show you that, but there's a parking lot at the top of the hill where you can pull in there and sit and wait. And I'm sure that someone will come along and say, hi, how can we help? And but anyway, it's going to be an awesome event. Deb and I are so excited about it. We get it more excited every day.
That's right.
Yeah, we're going to be having some really cool activities up there in our own private little covered pavilion up in the woods that we showed you. It's going to be a blast, and you're going to go away with tears in your eyes because you don't want to leave. At least that's the way it was in Florida.
Exactly.
And I see no reason why it won't be any different here.
We hope everyone has that good of a time.
And yes, I will be doing a mini concert one of those evenings.
Yes, we just have not decided day to day what we're doing, but we're going to get there, and it'll be posted. Yeah,
and I'm trying to work on a couple new songs, have some different songs ready, and it's possible that our daughter Melinda might be coming and singing a few songs with dear old Dad too.
A guest performer.
Yeah. And she's got a voice like a nightingale.
So.
And she's kind of independent though,
Which takes after her mama.
She won't get me a cup of coffee anymore. She tells me where the coffee pot is. I don't get it.
It's time to cut this off. We got things to do,
That's
places to go, people to see.
Y'all take care. Hope you can come. Hope you enjoyed the. Even if you can't come to the Rendezvous, this is a beautiful campground. You need to plan to visit it someday.
Yes.
But for now, we are going to let you go. This is Bill and Deb with I Ride Tiny House Adventures, and you know what we're going to say. We're not camping.
We're living.
Y'all get out there and do some living. And we'll see you soon. Bye-bye now.
Bye-bye.